All right, so let's have some fun. Let's talk about some social media content strategies that'll help you build your brand and own your market. So when you're posting on social media, the key thing to remember is that every single thing that you post should be a benefit to the audience, to your market, to your industry, whoever is consuming your content. Every time you hit publish or send on that post or that email, ask yourself this question: what is the payoff for someone consuming this post or this content? There needs to be a payoff. It needs to be about your market. Everyone wants to know what's in it for me. Sure, once in a while it's great to tout how great your company is or show off a beautiful new project or a testimonial or something like that, but even then you can tie that into a benefit for your audience. So you want to ask, what is the payoff for this? It can be education, maybe it's just entertainment, maybe it's just making someone feel happy or someone feel motivated on a Monday morning, whatever that is. We publish like over a dozen pieces of content a day here at Contractor Dynamics, and we're always asking ourselves that question, like, does this, what I'm about to publish, does this improve the internet? Does this add value to our market? So ask those questions constantly. So some of the things that you can post, and I really recommend video. Video on Facebook has about 8 times more engagement than images or just text posts. So really focus on video, just get the reps in. You can get better at it later, but just get on there and try it. So some of the things for roofing companies that might be helpful for homeowners or commercial property owners or property management companies to know are, how can they protect their homes? So how to know if you have a leak in your house, how to know where it's coming from, or how to find out if it's coming from your roof. How do you know if your roof has been damaged by recent hail or wind or hurricane storm? How do you know what can happen if you have a bad gutter system? Like, how bad can that be for your foundation and for the quality of your home? What if you have moss in your roof? Like, what are the impacts that can have, and why do you need to get it cleared off right away? All those different things, flashing, whatever it may be, all those things to educate people. How much does the roof cost? Should you go with a stone-coated steel versus an asphalt shingle roof? Like, what are the different types of shingles? What are the different types of warranties? What types of things should you look for in a roofing contractor? Do I need to find a licensed roofing contractor? In some states, yes. In some states, no. How about insurance and all that? So educate people on the whole process. What are their options? What do things cost? How do they hire a roofing company? What things to look out for, and then you can kind of sprinkle in some things, some fun things about your brand that can maybe entertain or just grab the attention of your market. These days we're talking about social media content. We don't have attention spans these days, right? We have the attention span. We have shorter attention spans than a goldfish. That's one study that I read recently. It was kind of amazing. We don't have attention spans, so you have to get people's attention right away. You can't be putting out boring content. So those are just some of the things that'll help you educate your market and build up your company as an authority. So by doing those things, you're gonna build a bond with your market, and you're gonna get a reputation for a company that's helpful, that's always out there in your market, in your community, and you're gonna be able to generate more customers and more business opportunities that way. A lot of roofing companies ask us, like, all right, well, getting leads or marketing to homeowners is pretty straightforward, but I want to get those big boy commercial projects. Like, how do I get in front of those guys? And there's no easy answer. It can be a combination of a few different things, but by being out there constantly with valuable and helpful information, those property management companies, those building owners, they're on their phone. They're no different than you or I. They're on social media. Don't kid yourself about that. So eventually, those people are going to get to know your brand and know your company, so that when they do have a question or they do have an issue, or they're buying a new property or whatever that may be, the chances are that they're going to reach out to you. You're going to be one of the phone calls that they make. So that's one really huge benefit of just being out there constantly in your market. You never know who's watching. Another huge benefit to content marketing, content strategy, is to attract more people to work for your company. So by being out there and by being a company that's always providing helpful tips and maybe showing off some of your culture, some of the things you do, maybe it's a happy hour, maybe it's some other team building event in the weekend, maybe it's a barbecue, whatever it is, showing those things off, like behind the scenes, how you guys work, appreciating some of your employees publicly on social media, all those things can not only build trust with your market, but attract top quality people to your company that say, hey, that's a company that I wouldn't mind building my career at. They look like a pretty cool company to work for. And these days, people don't just want a paycheck. People want to work for a company that has some upward potential, where they can, where they have a big future for themselves. So all this social media content can really help with that as well. So I hope that helps, just kind of generate some ideas. If you have any questions about that, or any questions on what might work versus what might not work, feel free to reach out.